Well, good morning, dear friends. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful week. We're near the end of it, right? I wanted to hop in here and kind of do a fun video today. Close to my heart, thought that we needed a fun bit of clearance in our lives for this Friday, and so they have added a bunch of amazing, amazing discounted pre-cut kits over on the clearance section of our websites. Now, you guys have probably heard, if you've been around Close to My Heart world for any amount of time, you probably heard the term cut above. Well, in our world, that essentially just means pre-cut. And so the fun thing is that we have pre-cut layout kits, scrapbooking kits, as well as card making kits. Most of you know this. What I wanted to do is, in case we have anyone that is unfamiliar with the kits and kind of how they're structured and what they can expect when they order one, I wanted to show you guys one of the actual older kits that I just kind of pulled out of my stash. And then I also, for some of you that maybe are familiar with scrapbooking and card making and you're a little bit more of a seasoned crafter, I wanted to show you guys just a few of the enhancements of the cut above kits that I have taught in my classes within the Creative Collaboration membership. And so just a few fun things today that we're going to go over. What I do want to let you know is that over when they added the clearance, these items to the clearance, I have been looking a few times today as I was making some videos and kind of going through and checking which ones were available. I've already noticed some of them have the unavailable banner across them, which means they have sold out. And so if you guys if you are wanting to take part in this sale, you're going to want to go ahead and get them pretty quickly, because as people began, getting the emails and their consultants are telling them about the sale and all that good stuff, boy, when the masses learn about it, they go fast. So please do not delay. If this is something that you think would be really beneficial to add to your crafting stash, please go ahead and hop over there and do some shopping. The really fun part about this is that the scrapbooking kits, I actually didn't do the math on the card making kits, but the scrapbooking kits are under 70% off retail price. So you are going to get, when I say kit, you're actually going to get 4 12 by 12 pages, including the page protectors. Okay, so it's a significant value that you're going to get in these bundles. Now, most of these little baggies that hold both of the kits, so 4 12 by 12 pages and the protectors, are about $21, and they're on sale for $6.25. So you essentially are getting a bag like this that I'm going to go through and show you for $6.25. So that's about $1.50 per page, including the page protectors. And you guys, that is crazy town. Absolutely crazy town. So this is an older kit. This one isn't actually on the sale. It's just one I had in my stash. Now, the fun thing is that I get the cut above kits. We have them in the regular catalog now, and I get them every single catalog cycle. However, Chris and I, inside our creative membership, we are teaching classes on enhancement for the kits. And so I can't even pull one out of the package because I've already cut all of mine up. So I had to show you guys an older one, but this is what you can expect when you get one of the layout kits, okay? They don't take much instruction, but what they're so perfect for is someone that maybe is brand new to crafting and they don't have either the knowledge, the confidence, or the tools to maybe make a page from scratch. But this is so great because you don't even have to have a paper trimmer, and as you know, a paper trimmer and pair of scissors is like the basic of the basics, right? You don't have to have any of that. So no tools required, no experience required, no confidence required. It's just essentially kind of something that we would cover on the first day of class. So they're made up of punch out die cuts and stickers and pre-printed base pages. And when you're done, you have a really awesome page that you just need to add your photos and a little bit of journaling. So all you need is a journaling pen and your photos and your adhesive, and you're set up and ready to go. It's awesome. But just to kind of help you with your confidence, they do have just a few step-by-step instructions for each of the kits that are included. Like I said, you guys are not going to need these. It's like putting a puzzle together. You look at the picture and you put the pieces together, right? It's not difficult at all. But if you need just a few little helpful hints and kind of a way to get going, they have that available. Now, like I said, they're made up of pre-printed base pages, stickers and punch out die cuts. So you are going to have two 12 by 12 pre-printed base pages per layout. And so remember, there's 4 all together. I love these rainbows. I'm a rainbow girl, and I absolutely love them. They're just cheerful and happy. And so you can see there's rainbows printed right there on that base page. Some fun color blocks to kind of help you where those photos are going to go. So you've got your pre-printed base pages. This one has a really fun, some barnwood happening here. Then you have your, there are a few, usually some layering pieces. So some pre-printed papers that are already cut down for you, and they're all labeled, or at least most of them are. Maybe this is one of the older kits that did it before they made the change with the labeling. You are going to have labeling on... Here we go. Okay, so these have got layout 1 and layout 2. So you're going to know where the stickers are going to go. Okay, you've got your pre-printed die cuts and your pre-printed paper pieces here. So you've got these really great stickers, and these are the really great close to my heart quality stickers. They are almost like a cardstock weight. They are super nice, high quality stickers. They're not those flimsy little things, but great looking stickers. And again, you guys don't have to put it together the way that the picture has it, but it's a great guide to kind of get you started in the right direction. Then you've got your pre-printed, pre-cut die cuts. And so these are just going to pop right out. Again, you don't need scissors. You don't need thin cuts. They have done all the hard work for you. So you're just going to pop them out, and you can see those are also labeled for you. So you know exactly which layout they go to. So some fun. What I've noticed about the cut above kits is they try to keep the titles fairly generic so that they will work with a wide variety of photos. And so they don't really theme it down for you. So it's not very, it's kind of like not super constricting with what photos you could add to it. So you usually do have some journaling space on there, so you can write a little bit of information or type it, or however you wish to. I say type because I don't like my handwriting. So I usually will type on the computer and place my journaling that way. But there's usually journaling spaces for you. Now, the fun thing about these is that you can either leave them as is in the kit, or you can kind of jazz them up. And that's my favorite thing, because I am what I would call a seasoned crafter. And so what I love about them is that they will work for both brand new people as well as your seasoned crafters. And so again, that's kind of what Chris and I are teaching inside the membership, kind of showing our ladies how to kind of take something that is a little more basic and generic feeling and kind of give it a whole new twist, which I love for that. So another thing that's really fun that they include in the kits, guys, are these photo placeholders. And these are super great because for me, sometimes I will make pages before I have my photos either printed or even before I have photos that I have even taken. So maybe if I'm working, Close to My Heart has a birthday kit and I'm working on some birthday pages, but maybe Codeman's birthday is later on in the year. I can go ahead and make my layouts and have the hard work done and out of the way, and save my placeholders with these fun little cards. And so you guys can go ahead, and even if you don't have your photos ready to go for the layouts, you can go ahead and create them and place these photo placeholders here. They'll tell you what size of photo goes in that space. So it actually makes going back through your stash and printing your photos, you can see immediately when you dig that layout back out which orientations you need, which sizes of photos you need to go ahead and complete that layout. And so it really makes the entire process super user friendly to either do now or to do in the future. And so these are included for you as well. And if you guys have your photos ready to go, then you pull them off and put them in your stash and use them for another time. Or if you're like me, one of the things that I like to do is I actually use them for photo mats. If you guys have been around me for a hot second, one of my favorite things to do is to place a frame or a border around everything. I love to have that outer border. And so one of the things, like you'll see in one of these layouts I'm going to show you in a moment, is when I place my photo placeholders down in the space of the kit, then when I go back and I print my photos, instead of a 4x4 photo, which, as you guys know, a 4x4 is just a 4x6 with the edges trimmed off, right? Don't cut down Grandpa's forehead, but nobody gives a hoot what the edge of the coffee table looks like. So you can cut off the edge of a photo and you're not defacing a loved one, right? So very easy to make those standard 4x6 photos work with no trouble whatsoever. In fact, it's funny that I mentioned that, because in some of these classes, that's one of the things that I talk about, is how to kind of take the pre-designed pages is and the sizes and the orientations of the photos and swap those out, kind of flip them around to give you guys even more variety on your orientations and the sizes of your photos. So that was, again, I was just thinking that was another fun teaching moment that I had in one of my classes, and I know Chris kind of touches on that as well. But what I like to do is I'll actually use these as photo mats. And so instead of like a 4x4 photo, I will trim off a little bit extra. So my photo would technically be, or even like your 4x6s, I would trim off 1/4 of an inch from a side here. So it would essentially give me 1/8 of an inch border of white all the way around. So instead of a 4x6 photo, I would have a 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Again, you're literally, guys, you're trimming off a sliver. A sliver. Don't trim off a forehead, but you can trim off like the edge of the pasture or something, because nobody gives a hoot, right? The bumper of the car or the edge of the dugout or wherever your photos are coming from. But that is going to be a great little additional mat that even if you guys are like, yeah, I don't really see the necessary, of these photo placeholder cards, you can use them as additional photo mats. So again, it's less cardstock that you would need to come up with or anything like that. Now, if you guys are just using the kits as is, you need nothing from your stash with the exception of an adhesive and a journaling pin, and then your photos, of course. You don't need a cut, you don't need a pair of scissors, you need nothing, okay? When I tell you they are the basic of the most basic, I'm not even kidding. They are a great place to start if you're a little unsure. What they're also really great at is, I have a customer who's been with me for many years, and she creates an album for her 3 grown daughters every year for Christmas. She works on it all throughout the year, and at the end of the year, she has a completed album for all 3 of them, and she makes all their pages the same. So what you could do is, since these are, remember, you get 4 12x12 pages for $6.25 on this sale. They are over 70% off on sale of the retail price. It's amazing. And so you could very easily, with a 12x12 2-page layout, that is $3. You can see you can very, very inexpensively create multiples of that if that is something that you might want to do to share with your family member. So again, we're at the very beginning of the year. You could get several of these kits and work on them throughout the year. And by the time Christmas rolls around, you have a beautiful, beautiful album ready to go. And like, you've essentially worked a very long time on it, right? Like a labor of love is what we call it around here. But it would be a beautiful gift to give to your loved ones at the end of the year. And you have very little money invested in it. So it is quite amazing. It's crazy what you're going to get for $6.25. Now, another thing, you're going to get 3 page protectors with it, because that will be enough to include all 4 of your pages. So if you guys, want to use a Close to My Heart album, you have the very high quality, our patented page protectors are included in your kit for the $6.25. And then you can grab an album from the Close to My Heart website, and you guys are good to go. It's an incredible, incredible deal. So your original, just to recap, the 4 12x12 pages, the entire kit, okay, $20.95. It's on sale today for $6.25, which is over 70% off of the original price. It's crazy. And good morning, Miss Dorothy. Thank you for hopping in and saying hello. I'm so happy that you popped in. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And then your card making kits, guys. We have these for card makers as well. Most of those kits were $54.95, and I believe they make 24 cards. At some point, some of them were numbered, had different quantities, but I'm pretty sure there are 24 cards, the majority of them. And there are kits on there that are discounted to $14.25 and $15.95. You guys, get your calculator out. That's insanity. That is insanity how inexpensive they are. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So you can get the savings on the kits, and your order can still qualify you to earn the free pre-cut project kits that I am promoting this month. Go to the pinned post on my business Facebook page here, and that walks you guys through all of the 3 pre-cut project kits that I have available for my customers this month. And you earn them just by shopping with me. It's just, I'm like a gifty girl. That's my love language. And so I like to spoil my customers. And when they shop with me, I like to give them free goodies. And so they love pre-cut project kits, and that's what they normally get. Julie, they didn't specify to us how long this sale would be happening. They didn't put that in the information that we got last night. So I can't answer that for you. maybe until they sell out. I don't really know. I know several have already got that unavailable banner this morning. So I know that when the masses start shopping, they're going to go really quickly. So if this is something that you guys might enjoy, I do encourage, go ahead and shop quickly, please. Hello, Miss Jan. Good morning. Good morning, beauty. I just do want to again extend my gratitude. I am working towards hitting a sales goal in January so I can attend a leadership event in Utah. And every order that you guys place helps get me closer to my goal, and I'm still a ways from it. So please know that your orders are helping a hardworking girl that's striving towards going to an event. And I'm just, like I tell my VIP ladies often, and it probably causes some eye rolls and people think I'm really silly, but you are quite literally helping to put food on my family's table. And so for that, I am most grateful. I just appreciate you guys considering to shop with me when there are thousands of other consultants that you could choose to shop with. So what I want to do now is show you guys a few enhancements. Now, these are going to be for maybe your more seasoned crafters. Okay. So if you're a new person that is very, very new to paper crafting, these might overwhelm you, okay? Some of these things that we're going to walk through might overwhelm you, but I want to show them to you. I have others, but these are what I quickly pulled out of my stash. Now, I told you guys we have card making workshops as well as scrapbooking workshops. Now, I was so thrilled that one of the card cut above kits that I saw on the sale is one that I created a scrapbooking or a card making workshop out of many years ago. And so why I mentioned this is that there is already a workshop with cutting files and everything ready to go surrounding this kit right here. And I still have all of these cards. I had all these cards. They're like, sometimes are you guys like me? Sometimes you make a card that's so pretty that you're almost like, oh gosh, I think I'm going to keep it and look at it for just a little while before I give it away, right? Well, somehow I have just kept these to look at them for a long time. The whole stash of them. Something that's really fun about the card making kits in the cut above world is that most of the time they involve some shakers. And I'm a shaker girl. I like all the fun little glittery shaking around things because I will just sit here and do this for a very long time. I don't know why. It's the ADD or something, but I absolutely enjoy it. It's just a fun way to make your card really stand out. Like, Hallmark ain't got nothing like this. Seriously, this is amazing. And I'm also easily entertained, so it could be that too. But it's super, super fun because you can add little fun bits in there. And it, like I'm telling you guys, these cards are well under $1. Well under $1. And I will mention as well, the card making cut above kits come with a full stamp set. They come with a full stamp set and a little ink spot and a block. So this is a great way to get introduced to stamping if you're not used to stamping it now. They're an amazing, guys, $14.25 and $15.95 for a full stamp set, 24 pre-printed cards, the stickers, the die cuts, the shaker bits. It's awesome. So this workshop has a few enhancements. So the bows, I remember, were not included in this workshop, and some of the bling was not included in the workshop. I also added a few Cricut pieces on here as well. But you guys, this is one that has a complete cutting guide ready to go that would give you guys some really fun ways to jazz these up if you wanted to do that. So I'm just quickly going to run through these. We're not going to take a lot of time on them. But you guys know my love of black. Love to give it a punch of black. That is like my favorite thing to do. I just love the black on things because I am a bright color girl. And when people think black, they think like dark and sadness and goth and things like that. And that is not my end goal with black. Black is just a great way to punch up the bright colors. You give that pop of black and it almost serves as an anchoring point for all of those bright colors rather than all of the bright colors kind of getting muddled together and that kind of thing. And so there's another fun shaker in there. And again, I remember over the years, some of these kits that have the shakers, some of them have like the star confetti, some of them have some sequins, that kind of thing. It's just all different. So you can go in and click on the photos on the website and open them up, and they'll show you all the completed projects, and they'll show you and tell you what you're going to get in each kit. They'll give you a good up close look at the stamp sets and that kind of thing. Now, the layout kits don't have stamp sets. And so if you guys are wanting to kind of get introduced to stamping, just know that they're not included in the scrapbooking kits, but you are going to have them included in the card making kits. And I'm still really kind of shocked that the card making kits are as low priced as they are, because the $14.25 and the $15.95 pretty much covers your stamp set alone. Then you get your little ink pad and your little block, and then you get all your pre-printed card bases and envelopes, stickers, die cuts, shaker bits. It's madness. It's madness. So now what I wanted to show you guys, these are just a few of the most recent cut above kits. And in fact, several of these are still on the shopping websites. If you maybe like what I've done with some of these, and you might want to try it, send me a message. I'll send you some information if you might want to hop over into the Creative Collaboration membership group. And we have over 400 previously streamed classes, and classes, we usually have classes twice a week, and so you can go and watch them at your leisure. You can go through and pick and choose what you want to watch, but it is an incredible place to be. Okay, but these are classes that I taught inside there, and so I just want to show you guys the most recent, the January cut above kit. This was it, and it was very simplistic. It had these pre-printed base pages with these stripes, and I taught a class that I called Woven Shapes, and so we wove some circles through here, and which gave us this really fun background. That would be, again, like, you guys could get all this information inside the membership, but I just want to show you how fun they are to kind of take from a little bit more on the simplistic side to, like, holy bird jeepers, that is madness, right? So this one was the January kit. You can still see it over on the website. February has not streamed yet, so I'm not putting that on the camera. This was the December kit. I pretty much took out most of the stickers and the die cuts that came with the kit, and I did my own thing. And I taught this class that I called Glitter Inlay, and so you can see all of those shapes. This was a close to my heart SVG, and all of those different colors of glitter are all inlay. And I have the class was super fun and very easy to do on that. But again, like, it's just fun to take it from, oh great, that's awesome, something we learned on the first day class, to like, whoa, that's crazy. So this was a fun class, and I got a lot of really great reviews on that one as well. This one was November, I think. No, I'm sorry. This one was the one I taught in November. This was actually a 12 by 12 layout class with pre-printed base pages and die cuts and stickers. And I did some wild things to this. I created 5 by 7 greeting cards for this one. And so I had so much fun with this class. Again, I used things that came in the kit, and then I added some additional embellishments and a thin cut. And so this, again, you guys, this was a pre-printed 12-inch by 12-inch scrapbooking base page, and I deconstructed it and I created greeting cards with it. So it was really, really a fun class to teach. So this one was cool. I had such a good time with this. And so I did 4. This was one 12 by 12 base page. Okay. Added just a few little extras. And then this was the second 12 by 12 base page. And I created more 5 by 7 cards, but I used the December stamp of the month. So again, to give some of our ladies additional, whether they are consultants inside the membership, I gave them the ability to be able to teach something using a December stamp of the month. Or if you were a customer, this gave you an additional project to be able to create with the stamp of the month. So again, like Chris and I, we are first and foremost business consultants. And so we're always continually looking for ways to teach classes and present artwork in a way that would appeal to both a customer as well as a consultant. And everybody loves saving money, right? Whether it just gives you the opportunity to spend money on other things, right? Or to be able to buy even more product. But it is a great kind of philosophy that we have happening there. So you can see December stamp of the month. We've done a little bit of coloring there. Just super fun, you guys. Super, super fun. So again, like, fun way to deconstruct 12 by 12 base pages and created cards out of it. This one was the one I did in October. So this was October stamp of the month. You guys remember the little owls? Weren't they so sweet? Lots of print and cut. I'm a print and cut junkie, and probably a Cricut junkie if I'm being honest. And so there's lots of Cricut things that happen inside the group. But some fun other techniques that we will kind of pull back out of the archives and work them into the cut above classes. So again, if you guys looked at this cut above kit, this was one of them that I looked at and I was like, oh gosh, yeah, we got to jazz that up, because that one's really, I'm kind of a clean and simple crafter. My pages tend to be a little more clean and simple than some. I don't like add a bunch of this and that on there. But when I saw this original, I thought, whoa, that one needs some help. Well, I was so pleased with how this one turned out. It's just some fun clustering and just some fun little additional things that I've created for the girls. It's fun because you guys will get different titles that we'll create. In some of my classes, I will create full alphabets of different Cricut fonts and that kind of thing, and upload them into the group, and just fun little extras that they get. And like, for sure, it is an amazing place to be. I've taught a class where I showed them how to create their own different colored shimmer sprays, and I kind of brought that back out of the archive. I can see here where I've used the clear shimmer spray on top of my stickers there, but just some fun little interesting things that we've kind of added to these kits that tend to be a little more kind of plain and simple. Did a little bit of ombre stamping on this one from September. I absolutely loved it. And this was one that I really touched on how to change the orientations and the sizes of the photos depending on the photo mats and those pre-printed base pages that are included in the kit. Because sometimes you look at them and they're like, oh gosh, that's a little bit limiting. If I don't have a 4x6 photo, what am I going to do in that space? And so that was one of the things that I touched on this class, as I showed the girls different ways that you can change the orientations and change the sizes working around those pre-printed base pages. So this one was really fun. I always love a good ombre, a little a really good rainbow palette there, and this one was really fun. And besides, it's got really great people and really great photos, and so it just makes for an awesome page, right? But just some fun little bits of, you can see the ombre stamping there and ink blending. This was one I taught how to use the stickers that were included in the kit as a stencil. And so that's where my fun little stripes came down here, my ombre stripes. They came from the stickers that came in the kit. Something that we would normally throw away was something that we used to as an embellishment of sorts. And so that was another fun teaching portion that I added in the kit. So really, it's so fun because you never know what Chris and I are going to pull out of our hat to really share a bit of knowledge. And they are skills and techniques that you guys can use in the classes and then expand and use them on many, many, many other projects as well. And if you're a consultant, they give you lots of teaching techniques and things that you can turn around and teach with your own customers. So we've had 2 consultants over the years. We're in our 5th year now of the membership. We're trailing off. We're talking a little bit more about the membership than I planned. I wanted to talk about cut above kits, but we've had 2 consultants over the years tell us that they have earned their first incentive trip since joining the membership, and they attribute their increased sales and their increased customer base on the knowledge and the classes that they learned inside the group, and thus teaching to their customers. They attribute that to earning their very first incentive trip. And so that was wild feedback. That was amazing feedback. So that made me super excited to hear that. But lots of ways to kind of enhance those and make them pretty darn fancy, or you can keep them a little more simplistic like the originals. But you guys, whether you're going to be fancy schmancy or whether you're going to keep them, in the original context, $6.25, which is over a 70% savings of the scrapbooking kits. And then I didn't do the math on the card making kits. I should have, but most of those are $54.95 discounted to $14.25 or $15.95. And they do include a stamp set, a mini ink pot, a little like spot. I think they call it an ink spot. It's a little 1-inch by 1-inch ink pad, and then a block as well. And so think about, like, do you guys have birthdays coming up for a friend or a family member, or maybe your daughters, or maybe you teach Girl Scouts or 4-H or something like that. You could, and you guys want to do scrapbooking. Nobody needs any tools. They need no experience and they need no confidence. You can get a kit like this for $6.25, you guys. Put it together when you meet. Tell the girls to grab a glue stick, or if you want a little more high quality adhesive, I can hook you up with that too. But even a glue stick will work, or just the glue that they would use at school or something like that. But these would be like, Easter's coming up. How cute would things like this be in a little girl's Easter basket, right? Or Valentine's Day as well as coming up. If you give gifts for that, maybe you're like, I'm not giving my kids all of the sugar, right? This is a great substitute for sugar. But something that maybe you want to sit down on a cold, dreary Sunday after church and put it together with your daughter or your granddaughter, or maybe just a little bit of crafting you time. This is you know, I don't buy coffee from Starbucks, but I don't know how many cups of that fancy schmancy coffee that y'all drink that is under $6.25. I mean, that is a pretty great that's a pretty great little gifty for yourself, right? Or for a coworker or a loved one, something that I used to take stuff like this to work and do it on my lunch hour. So, just a fun way to spend some time. And you guys, you're not going to get them for less expensive. You're absolutely not going to. So, hop over to Susan Williams .ctmh.com and hop down to the clearance section, and you're going to find not only some other items on the clearance section, but you will find discounted cut above kits like crazy. Now, like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you guys happen to, maybe you kind of like that idea of when I told you about my customer that does the albums for her 3 grown daughters every year for Christmas. So if that's something that kind of piques your interest, know that there are a few, at least before I turn the video on, they might be gone now, but before I turn the video on, they had some bundles that they offered to consultants years ago that were in blocks of 5, like bundles of 5 of the same exact kit. And so if you guys are thinking you might be interested in either gifting these to other people, or you like the idea of making several like albums, maybe you have several children and you want to make like albums for all of them, you can actually get them for under $6.25 if you get them in the 5 packs. So like I said, there's just a few of those that are in the bulk 5 packs, but those 5 packs were, I believe, $27. So what is a little over $5 per 4-page kit. You guys, I'm like, they're practically paying you to give them away. And what's fun is if you're a VIP, you're gonna earn another 15% product credit on everything that you buy anyway. So even considered another 15% off. It's absolutely madness, you guys. It's madness. So if you have questions, put them below in the video, or you're welcome to send me a message if you want more information about the Creative Collaboration membership. I can get you in the back door. Right? So send me a message and I'll send you a link and you can have a look over and see if it's right for you. But if you guys have questions, feel welcome to reach out to me any way that you are able, and I'll be glad to get right back with you. But if you want to grab these, get over to the website right away, guys. And I still do have all 3 of the pre-cut project kits that are available on special this month that I'm gifting to my customers. So it's madness. The freebies are madness in January. So like, Merry Christmas to all the hardworking mamas, right? I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time.